So Shawna wants to know why narcissists attempt monogamy when what they really want is attention from a whole bunch of other people. Let's take a look at Shawna's question now.
Shawna says, please do a video on why narcissists attempt monogamy when they really want attention from so many different people. My most recent ex was obsessed with me after I dumped him, but I know for a fact he was dabbling elsewhere. I don't understand their over-the-top fixation on one person but playing the field.
And as you can see, Tanya agrees with Shawna. So that's what we're talking about today at queenbeing.com. Let's get started. If you've spent any amount of time at all with a narcissist, then you know that emotional intimacy is very unlikely with a narcissist. It's a difficult situation. In fact, according to psychologist Ian Shira, narcissists are more likely to philander than most other people. And even when they're in a relationship, they very often are always still on the lookout for someone better or a better deal. You might just be their main source of narcissistic supply. We know that narcissists typically have an overblown sense of entitlement. They tend to think they're more important than most other people in the world. They make you feel like you're the one doing most of the work in the relationship. They do things to sabotage the relationship, but they also don't want to let you go.
So what's the deal here?
Why do narcissists want to even get involved with monogamy when clearly they don't want to be monogamous, or at least a lot of them don't? There are some narcissists who will be monogamous on certain levels. There are others, most of them, who won't. And whether they physically aren't monogamous or they just emotionally aren't monogamous, most narcissists do some sort of cheating. So in the beginning of the relationship, when the narcissist is idealizing you and acting like you hung the moon before they actually recognize that you're a human and you have things outside of them, they very often will be completely monogamous, and this will shock other sources of supply, especially those who have actually been involved with the narcissist in prior situations. Well, what happens is in the beginning of the relationship, you tend to spend more time with them than you normally would. You might push aside certain responsibilities, call into work every now and then, which is sort of normal in the beginning of a relationship, right? But as time goes on, life comes back and you have to get back to work. And then they start to notice that you're human and you're not actually the perfect inhuman person they have perceived you to be up to this point. Once they notice you're human, that's when they jump. That's when they start to devalue you, treat you like you don't matter, and eventually, emotionally or otherwise, they discard you. But why are they interested in monogamy when clearly they can't actively participate in a healthy monogamous relationship? Well, there are various theories on this. Mine goes that claiming to be monogamous allows the narcissist to keep you in your place. They may have 5 or 6 different people they're pretending to be monogamous with, depending on their age and situation. But in most cases, they need someone who's going to be their regular person. Someone they can take out all their narcissistic rage on, all of that good stuff. So as long as the narcissist is getting benefits out of being monogamous, they stay. Of course, this is especially true if the narcissist has a spouse like I was, and maybe like you were, who sort of does everything in their power to make sure the narcissist doesn't get mad. In my case, I kind of believed that I was just trying to be a good wife and figuring out exactly what worked and what didn't work with my husband. And if I'm being honest, the same thing is true about growing up with a narcissist. Figuring out what you can and can't get away with is kind of part of the deal, right? Of course, it's not really possible to not upset the narcissist. It's not really possible to do everything the narcissist wants. But another benefit of monogamy is that a lot of times the spouse ends up being sort of like a personal assistant to the narcissist. They might handle the bills, they might handle the household work, they might, take care of the kids, or in some cases, they might be the person who goes out and earns the money while the narcissist controls it. In any case, monogamy is a situation that benefits the narcissist in ways that sort of makes it worth their while. The narcissist might also be using a monogamous relationship to sort of hide from the world, so they appear to be like an upstanding citizen or someone who's worthy of respect. And of course, being married makes the narcissist look like a more upstanding member of society, or their church or their group that they're involved with, the community in general. They sort of need the spouse to help them keep their mask in place for the people who are in that community or group that they're involved with. Worst of all, it's very difficult to actually divorce a narcissist because they make it almost impossible for the spouse who's trying to do the divorce. They'll do anything in their power to take away the power of the person they're married to. Narcissists always need something to fall back on, and being married to someone gives them, a soft place to land when something doesn't go right in their life. It gives them a place to dump their emotional garbage, or if they do decide to be unfaithful or cheat on you or whatever, then they also have someone to fall back on when the relationship fails. Bottom line, a narcissist claims monogamy because it benefits them. Being married has tax benefits, or maybe they want to have kids and they need someone to take care of them and to bear them or give them what they need to make the kids. Whatever the reason that narcissists choose monogamy in marriage, it all comes down to one thing. It benefits the narcissist. And the moment that a narcissist spouse or loved one decides that they're going to make changes or set boundaries or take back their lives in any way, shape, or form, what do you think the narcissist does? They go straight into victim mode. They do the narcissistic injury, the narcissistic rage thing, and ultimately they don't accept anything outside of what they want. They don't feel guilty because love is not what they're feeling ever in that relationship. Even in the initial stages, when everything seems so amazing, what they're really feeling is infatuation, which I think most people do in the beginning of a relationship, but most people also recognize that it's normal in the beginning of a relationship for both parties to get a little infatuated. What the narcissist does differently is that as soon as they see this person's a real person, as soon as they stop being infatuated, instead of going, oh, that's a normal love relationship, now we're comfortable, we're getting to know each other better, this is great, they go, what, I'm not in love anymore? This person isn't in love with me like they were before because you have moved past the infatuation part as well. Well, then suddenly you're a bad person and you're doing everything wrong. And that is when they begin their series of discards. If you become useless to a narcissist, then you lose the narcissist. Then there's this one secret that they don't want you to know. They can't stand to be alone. What they want is to dominate and control someone, and having a narcissistic supply in their life full time gives them that option. And this is maybe the hardest part to hear, but a lot of times narcissists choose monogamy because it's allowed by their partners, who very often are people who are codependent. I think a more accurate way to say this would be, why do narcissists want their partners to be monogamous? It's about getting what they want. It's about supply. It's about keeping you all to themselves. What do you think? This brings me to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, have you seen a narcissist be successfully monogamous? And if so, share your experience. If not, tell me what happened with that. Share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your experiences in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. As always, thanks so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life, and hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. Now, before I go, take a look at the videos I'm leaving for you here, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button so we can stay connected and continue on this healing journey together. I'll see you soon.